All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I figured today I'd just take a couple minutes to kind of go over what exactly I had done to the Mega Cab. I get a ton of questions about a lot of this stuff all the time, so I figured now would be a good time to sum it all up. So the first thing I always have done to all of my trucks pretty much is the mirrors and door handles. I always get completely smoothed, get all the texture taken out of them, and then paint them to match the truck. And it turned out really great. I always like to go ahead and get a paintable, or what they call paintable, front bumper and grille. Some people get away with painting the chrome, but the issue is it's really hard to get the paint to adhere to that, and eventually you're gonna get a rock chip or hit a big enough bug or something, and it's gonna get a really small chip, and over time it's just gonna start flaking away, and you're gonna get a bigger and bigger spot that's gonna have to be touched up or repainted, and it's just a hassle. So it's a whole lot easier and not that expensive to go ahead and get a paintable piece. The paint will stick to it a whole lot better and you won't really have any issues. On this truck, I also got the Laramie chrome inserts for the grille, and I have the Laramie bumper cover, which as you'll see has got the little cutouts in it for the little tabs that hold the chrome insert. So once I give the paint time to adhere really good and cure and everything else, probably about 30 days, I'm gonna go ahead and put that chrome insert on to cover up that center section. I think that, along with the inserts and the grille and then the chrome headlights, is gonna be a pretty nice touch. Also on this truck, I went ahead and did the paintable rear bumper. I got this one off of I believe it was a sport truck a buddy had, and he wasn't using it anymore. He switched to a roll pan. So this one was originally silver and had it painted to match the truck, obviously. And I think it just helps give it a good overall sport appearance, getting rid of all that chrome on the back bumper. I had considered going to a roll pan, but as much as I'm gonna be pulling trailers and everything else with this truck, getting in and out of the bed, it just makes more sense to leave an original style bumper. And again, wanting to get away from the chrome, this seemed like the best. Other than the sport Laramie conversion on an SLT bumper, the one thing I probably get the most questions about on this truck, and all of my trucks really, is where do I get the vinyl to wrap the headlights? Or where do I get the covers that I put on the headlights? Well, the truth of it is I never do any of that. My headlights are always custom painted. I tell my paint guy how I want the line to be for the eyelid, and he matches it to the paint of the truck. If any of you remember my 06, it was kind of a straight line. It went from about an inch below the curve of the headlight and tapered back to the back corner of the light, just a straight line. If you look back at pictures, I'll include a video in here of my 07, the race truck, crew cab, whatever you want to call it. That truck, it kind of comes from a point at the bottom of the headlight and then curves at the top and goes back to the back corner. This truck, I kind of went with the same thing, but came up a little bit higher. This truck also, he did a very light coat of tint on the headlight just to kind of knock down the chrome just a little bit. Turned out really good. I'm really happy with it. And the biggest thing, man, is matching paint is extremely hard. You need to have somebody that really knows what they're doing. And in this case, you know, this truck is borderline 15 years old, and the paint's definitely faded. It's hard to see in some of these pictures and videos, but when you compare it to a truck that's got fresh paint, it's a huge difference. And man, Jason knocked it out of the park. So again, that's why these guys always get my business. All of my trucks always go to them. Like I said, mirrors and door handles turned out great, perfectly smooth. The headlights turned out great. The front clip is perfect. The paint always holds up great. Good quality stuff, man. I'm super pleased with the quality of workmanship that was done. And I really appreciate everything those guys always do, man. They always do great, and they always treat me well. While I was there, we also did a little bit of talking about the regular cab. So that truck, we are hoping to have the chassis done somewhere around maybe mid to late March. Just kind of depends on a few things. When that truck gets done, I plan to go ahead and take it to paint. I want to go ahead and get the engine bay and stuff like that painted before we start putting the motor in it. And of course, the truck's got to match the other two, so of course it's going to be red. But Jason had some good ideas yesterday. We're going to do something a little bit different, something I've never seen before, and I think it's going to turn out good, and I'm really excited about. I'll keep you guys posted on that as it gets closer to that time and we decide and really nail down exactly what's going to happen with this truck. Anyways, that's pretty much everything. That pretty much sums up what's done for a Sport and Laramie conversion. I think I got everything covered in there. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out, but pretty simple, just a matter of ordering the right parts and having somebody you can trust with the paint gun. So anyways, feel free to reach out if you have any questions, Facebook, Instagram, or on here. And good luck with your own projects. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all.